There's something about payback and comeuppance and poetic justice that really overshadowed last night's match. Well, first of all, welcome back to JKLFC. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 2. Let me just say this. Think back to 2 years ago. We had two unfair red cards that resulted us in playing 9 men against a full 11-man Tottenham squad, and a last-minute own goal gave Tottenham the win 2-1. 2 years later, Tottenham got what's coming to them. Tottenham got their comeuppance. Now, some people will say it's karma. Some people say it's payback. Some people will say poetic justice. Whatever. Last night, Tottenham finished with 9 men, 2 red cards. And the way they got their red cards is the same way that we got our red cards 2 years ago. And this time we won 2-1. Let's break it down a little bit, because the scoreline does not reflect the whole match last night. We start off with the first half. To be honest, pretty much uneventful. The closest action to a goal, the closest chance to a goal was actually Kolo Muani. Free header in the center of the penalty area, but it was a weak header. Easily saved by Alisson. If it was any other keeper, maybe Kolo Muani would have scored. But so first half was really nothing much, really. It's a boring first half. The second half was where things got really intense, interesting, and unfortunately, a lot undisciplined. Oh, but before that, the first half was actually where the first red card happened. Xavi Simons stepped on Virgil van Dijk's calf while chasing the ball. And just like how Anthony Gordon from Newcastle got sent off in our second match, Xavi Simons got sent off as well. I think that's the rules. And that's what happened to Xavi. I think he could have done better, even though I'm not a Tottenham fan, but I felt that looking at the incident, he should have known better. So that's what it is. He got sent off, but still halftime was 0-0. Second half starts. Isak comes in for Connor Bradley. I think because Connor Bradley, he had an injury. And this is where I'm going to call out one particular Tottenham player, their captain, Sergio Romero. You piece of... Well, you get the idea. Isak scored the first goal. It was a poor clearance from Tottenham, and Liverpool capitalized. It was a very nice triangle kind of play. McAllister kind of cuts the pass. Isak got the ball. He passed it to Ekitike on his right. Ekitike cross square the ball to Wirtz. You would think that Wirtz might score or shoot from there, which he could, but he saw Isak running past the defense, threw ball to Isak. Isak scores. But unfortunately, after he shot the ball, Romero kind of scissored his ankle. And as a result, Isak's knee got twisted. It was a very, not very, but it was a gruesome sight. It reminded me of Jordan Pickford a few years ago, where he injured Virgil van Dijk. So, I just hope that Isak would... I hope the injury is not serious. But by that time, Romero should have seen red. And why I say that? Because even though Romero got yellow for that tackle against Isak, that was not the first time he attacked Isak's knee. Just a few minutes before that, his knee struck Isak. His boot struck Isak's knee. That should have been the first yellow. So Romero should have gone off way earlier than he did. Eventually, he did get a second yellow because of I think he swung his fist or something at Konate's face after being brought down. So that was just dumb. Christian Romero was a disgrace last night. And Tottenham fans cannot complain about either Xavi's red card or Christian Romero's eventual red card. But anyway, Isak got us the lead. The first Premier League assist from Florian Wirtz, which is very nice to note. Wirtz himself had a good performance, very good shift. I just hope that he can score soon. He can score his first goal, especially now with Isak. Um, he's going to be injured. He's going to be out for a while. I think looking at that injury, although he can put some weight, but it doesn't look good. So what happens with Isak coming in and then having to leave after 7 minutes? Jeremy Frimpong comes in. We haven't seen Jeremy Frimpong in quite some time because of injury issues. And I think in the 63rd minute, I think it was like 4 minutes later, Frimpong gets on the assist list. Nice run to the byline, cut back, cross, and then Ekitike rose and headed the ball in for 2-0. Now, Tottenham fans are going to be they're going to be fuming about the second goal. To an extent, I understand, because Ekitike's hands were on Romero's back. But if you look at the footage and you look at the way Romero reacted, and Ekitike's hands, the way it's positioned, and it's not like he really shoved Romero to the ground. It's not clear and obvious. So despite the VAR check, that goes to counter, and it should count. Romero was kind of like play acting and all that, and we've had some calls like this called against us. So it's like I said, it's nice to have something for us this time around. Just like I think it was which one was it? Which match was it? I think a few matches ago. Yeah. Oh, the Inter, the Champions League against Inter. Soft penalty, but it's nice to have something for us for a change. So from there, Ekitike scores 2-0. So for the first time, Isak and Ekitike scored in the same match, and Frimpong and Wirtz have their first league assist. So our summer signings were kind of gelling really well for that brief spell. From there, we kind of took advantage of the extra man, tried to attack. We peppered the Tottenham defense until Richarlison came in, and then it's kind of typical of Liverpool this season. Towards the last few minutes of the game, we kind of panicked. We didn't clear properly. Again, Van Dijk missed the kick. I think a lot of people missed the kick, and it falls nicely on to Richarlison. Richarlison scores 2-1. You start to think, oh shoot, there's going to be a comeback. Thankfully, towards the end, there wasn't any comeback. They were close. To be honest, Tottenham were close, and it's kind of weird to have Liverpool defend against 9-man Tottenham. It's a vast difference from 9-man Liverpool defending against 11-man Tottenham. We did good until that last minute own goal by Joe Matip, but I felt that we shouldn't, 11 of us shouldn't be defending against 9 of them so shakily, So thankfully, nothing happened. Nothing else of significance happened after that, and eventually we won 2-1. So this win, I think, brings us up to 5th place as far as I know. We're finally in the top 5 again, which is good. Six games in all competitions unbeaten so far. We like to keep this momentum going. We want to keep it going. Our next match next week, another week's rest. So I hope that Isak and Bradley can recover quickly. But one point of worry is that we will not have Dominic Szoboszlai, because he picked up a yellow card. He picked up a yellow card last night, and because of that, he's going to miss the match against Wolves. Now, although Wolves are a rock bottom in the league, and although we're playing at Anfield, we cannot underestimate Wolves. So without Szoboszlai, Arne Slot is going to have a big problem, because he's our engine. Who's going to be stepping up as the not replacement engine, but the engine of the team that can match Soboslai's intensity and his work rate. The only person I can think of in the squad right now is Florian Wirtz, because I think he's starting to pick up his stride. But apart from him, maybe Curtis Jones. So who knows? It's gonna be a worry, because for the first time we're not gonna have Soboslai in the squad because of suspension. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I hope somebody steps up. Now, with that said, in other news, we have Man City temporarily at the top of the table until a few hours ago, where Arsenal beat Everton 1-0. So Arsenal at the top at Christmas, followed by Man City. Newcastle and Chelsea had a back and forth draw, a 2-2 draw. In fact, draws were almost the theme of the night. I believe there were two other matches that will also end up in 1-1 draws and I think 0-0 draws, until Tottenham lost and Liverpool won. Arsenal won. Leeds won 4-1. I think they beat Crystal Palace or something like that. So those were the actions of last night. Now, since this is a Tottenham Liverpool game, I usually don't call up people to cook. I don't do that. If you follow me, if you follow my channels, if you see my videos, you know that I don't cook rival fans. But I can't help but to do that today. Sorry. Who am I gonna cook? This is gonna be fun. Well, I'm going after very famous football fans that you see on YouTube channels. Let's start with DR Sports resident blonde Abby Summers. Abby, are you okay? Gotta be gutted, isn't it? Well, Abby, you're gonna get cooked by AGT, so I'll start it. Abby, are you okay? Are you okay, Abby? AGT, take over from there. And the other one? Hey, brother. Blood. You okay, blood? You okay, fam? Expressions. You know that Robbie and KG is gonna cook you. They're gonna be on a cooking spree. You're not just gonna get cooked, you're gonna get roasted and baked and stir fried. Jamaican style, blood. You know them way there, fam? With your toothless aggression like Chris Benoit. I don't sound Jamaican, but you know I don't care. Were you seething, blood? Were you losing sauce? How dare you, brother? How dare you, blood? How dare you, fam, predict 2-1 against Liverpool? You thought this was 2 years ago? Well, payback, so you know what, blood? You know that way there, fam, you bumper clad. How does it feel, blood? How does it feel, fam? Getting 2 red cards. Payback from 2 years ago, blood. Payback, fam. Did you watch from your comfort of your own studio and say, end the stream, blood? End the stream, fam. How does it feel, blood? You know them way there, fam. What now? What happens to Thomas the Frank engine? Choo-choo, blood. Richarlison. Pro don't mean nothing, blood. You know them way there, fam. How's that Jamaican accent for me, blood? How's it feel getting cooked, fam? I'm just the appetizer, blood. Robbie, KG, take over on Best of Enemies, fam. Let's see how he's gonna stand the cooking, blood. The roasting, fam. He's gonna get mafiaed, blood. You owe people money? You better pay, fam. That's all I got to say about that, blood. Losing sauce. Seeding. And your stream. I'm just kidding, expressions. I'm just kidding. You know I love you. You know I'm a big fan of you. I can't help. I just can't help doing you. You know, and the impersonation of you and cooking you. That's what you get for trying to predict a 2-1 win against us. What were you thinking, blood? But anyway, enough of the cooking. I'm sure somewhere down the line, if they see this, and if we slip up, I'm gonna get cooked. It's part of football banter. It's part of the football fandom. It's part of the football fan community all around the world. We have fun. We take shots. It's all in good fun. But anyway, Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. It's nice to go on this run again. So we've got a week's rest. We look forward to Wolves at Anfield next week. It's going to be an earlier kickoff, so I'll be watching the game live at Western Stamford Hotel. Also, Western Hotel, sorry. Not Western Stamford. Yeah. Western Hotel with all the other Liverpool fans in Singapore. So, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Spread the word around. Thank you for all the subscribers. And I'll see you. See you in the next video. Until then, have happy holidays. Merry Christmas to one and all. Peace.